welcome back to my channel. Today's video it's a little different because I'm gonna be talking about breaks up and relationship, but I think it's something we all go through it, and it wouldn't hurt having some tips and tricks that you should think about it while you're going through that situation, and it might help you go through it faster. You never know. So let's just jump into it and let's get started. Okay, so the first tip I would suggest you to do, and if it's something really recent and it just happened, I would just close myself in my room and just cry it out loud and let it all out and take that day to just cry because you gotta let everything out of yourself. Holding things back, it's not healthy at all, and it might bring you to break into in the future. So if you just get rid of it and let it all out, I promise you it won't come back later on. The second thing, once you're done crying, that day it's over, is to just think about yourself and think about things that you wish you did, things that you were not able to do because you weren't in a specific relationship, or things you just been wanting to do for so long and you couldn't do it, or you just been putting them off. Think about that and just think about that now is the time to dedicate to yourself, and now is the time to just finding yourself back, because sometimes when you're with somebody you lose yourself and you create another person for that specific person, or you always want to satisfy their needs and you forget about yourself. So think about those things that you've been wanting to do, those things that would make you happy, and know that from now on, it's about making yourself happy, no matter what those things are. I think that's just a nice way to get over it. It's just find something fun. For example, like isolate yourself in a gym and just think that you're gonna get healthy now, and think that you're gonna get strong and you're gonna start working out now that you have a lot of time for yourself. Try to do that. Like start doing your hobbies that you haven't done for so long, things that you haven't put off because you maybe didn't have enough time, or maybe you just didn't have dedicate time for those things. The other thing is, like, stop thinking about what you did wrong. Stop thinking about what if. Stop thinking about those, because that will stuck yourself in the past, which we already established there's nothing to do about it, and there's no coming back. And if that's the case, then just leave everything back and concentrate in the future and think about that. If that specific relationship didn't work, it's for a better reason. Like, always think, and this is something I always go by, is that everything happened for a reason. If God took that person out of your life, it's because you did not need it. It's because that person didn't deserve a space in your life. And then just move on, because even as hard as it sounds, you have to just jump the hurdle and stop it, and say that you achieved that, and you put it as a goal, and say that you are conquering that failure, and you just leave it in the past. And I'm not saying to erase everything. There's always gonna be good memories, but try to bring your heart in peace, and try to understand that if you don't understand that if you don't understand, but understand that if you don't understand, if there's just not any reason why the situation is happening to you at that specific moment, in the future you will understand why that happened. You will be like, oh, now I get it why you're not together. Now I understand why things went like that. But you will in the future. Things always, unleash themselves in the future. Things always come to a reasonable ending, and God always have a good purpose in your life. So just like I said, just jump in something fun and let go of the past. And I know it's hard, I know it's really, 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 like depressing moment. But try to find inspiration in magazine, books, something that you always wanted to be. Focus on your life, because maybe you were just forgetting about yourself, and things would just fall into place. And even if you're destined to go back with that person, that is gonna happen. It's just things just gonna keep falling into place, and it's gonna happen. I think that even as hard as it feels, as hard as it looks, you know, even at the worst black moment, there's gonna be a bright moment coming after that, because there's always a better moment, there's always a better future, there's always something better that is just not worse, and it's gonna keep staying worse. You're gonna get back up and you're gonna make things happen, but you have to be strong and think that not you know, like, not everything's forever, which is true, but maybe there's a harsh way. But I love to always think that not everything happen, I mean, everything happened for a reason, and that life is just about learning, and probably just you just needed to go through that to learn a specific thing, learning something about yourself, learning that you did not like that, learning that you were not meant to do stuff in a certain way. There's always a reason behind something, and that's just something I really, really believe, because, you know, I've been going through, not been going through, but I did go through breaks up in my life, and like standing at the moment what I live and what I went through, I do understand that everything happened for a right reason, and that those persons are not in my life for a specific reason. And trust me, I did not understand that when I was going through that period. I was, you know, frustrated and didn't find the reason why that was happening to me. But now I do, and time passed by so fast, and that's the email. But yeah, the last thing I want to say, we all get through those moments, and I do want to mention that when you feel that you want to break everything and you want to punch somebody in the face, and your anger is just, you know, all over the place, start to step back first of all and breathe. I think breathing is just something that we undergrade so much, and we forget about the power of breathing. I think if you just take 3 minutes in that specific moment where your anger is taking over your life, and just breathing and concentrating, and you're gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. You're gonna just fly away. Your mind is just gonna, you know, meditate in some other space. And don't worry if you're not doing it right, just long as you breathe like really deep and focusing on your lungs opening and closing. I know it sounds kind of scientific thing, then it doesn't make any sense, but try it in any moment that you feel frustrated. Just breathe. You will see that you will listen to a little voice that's gonna tell you what's the right things to do, what's the next step to take, and all those things. It will come into place, as I said. But yeah, I think that was about it for this video. I know it's kind of random, but hey, why not? I really enjoy talking like this. It really inspires me to you know, like, keep doing videos like this, because I think sometimes we don't talk about those hard moments, and we don't talk about, and one thing I want to mention, like, we look on the social media and all these people and all, like, it happens to me, like, it's true, everything is so happy and everybody's just having a beautiful day, but we don't know what's going on, and those probably pictures are taken in that specific moment that everything is good, and they don't show when everything's bad. I'll be right back. But even though everything's so good, we don't know what's going on. We don't know if they're going through a breakup or anything. And let's stop putting ourselves down because everybody's so happy and you're not. Because it's just not the case. You have to put yourself first and say, I'm gonna be happy, and say, I'm gonna make this a better day for myself, because life is only one and we only have one chance to live. So don't waste it on crying or anything like that. So you have one day to let it out. That's it. Be strong, and like the book say, girl, what does the book say? Girl boss. Be your girl boss. Be your girl boss, and take control of your life, because life is yours, and you make it whatever you want, because you have the power to write your own destiny and make it beautiful. So just those were my tips on how to get through relationship. I know it's kind of all over the place, but probably you understand what I said, and I hope from the bottom of my heart that everything gets well and you feel better, and time passes by super fast, so you can just forget about that and laugh about it later. So now I'm gonna go, and I will see you on the next video, guys. I love you all, and kisses for you. Bye bye.